everybody, welcome back to Ag with Emma. Today I'm going to show you what happens when we unload combines on the move. I'll kind of give you a feel for what's going on in the tractor, what I have to know to operate a grain cart, which I only know a little bit of. We've been cutting since the 20th of May, but I've only really ran for like a week probably combined because we've been rained out. I was gone this weekend for a family event. It's currently the 13th of June? 14th? I don't know what day it is anymore. I got in at 4:30 in the morning last night, got 2 hours of sleep when we hit it because we were supposed to be moving today, but it's too windy, so now we're cutting some more wheat at our stop that we're at. So I'm going to show you what's up in my tractor, a little piece of it anyways, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, so we're following Boss Man through the field right now, and I'll try to get a better angle so you can see the combine auger a little better. But I'm going to unload both combines. I parked at the wrong edge of the field, so I got to follow them back through their little middle pass here. So we try to keep the auger lined up with the back window. So there's windows on the grain cart. I'm not sure if you can see that with this camera angle, but the flow of the grain should be lining up right with those middle windows. You can kind of see my distance away from the header on that, and his auger is out now, so I'm gonna stop right here and then I'm gonna trail back and get Lucas. We can't get his right smack dab in the middle because the header's down there, and if I get too much closer and something happens, I could hit it. So I guess that's pretty lined up in the middle, but I'm keeping the center of my hood lined up with the gauge wheel markings that were on the combine that just went through this pass. Hopefully he'll be done dumping before we get to the end of this row. So he's done. I'm just going to stop right here and let him go by. And that's all there is to it. I'm not perfect yet, but I still struggle sometimes with like matching up the speed of the combines, but it's getting better. And before I dump a truck, I'll show you guys what these do. So these control my hydraulics that are back there. See, those are my hydraulic lines right there. So the hydraulics push all that stuff out, all the hinges and all the good stuff with the auger. It also opens my gate right there. So there's a hydraulic line going there. They're all connected back here. I'll show you guys that too. Right there. Got all the good juices in there. And then so that opens and closes my gate, that moves the auger up and down, and then that unfolds the auger. And then if I want to change the spout on it, I can move this up or down. And then before I unload, I have to make sure the throttle is all the way down so that I can turn the PTO on. But once I turn the PTO on, throttle up, and then open the gate after I'm lined up with the truck. It'll all make sense in like 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm lined up with the truck. My spout is going about in the middle. I'm going to turn the PTO on, the throttle's all the way down. That's on. I'm going to open the gate. So that's what my hands are doing, and then I'm going to adjust this one because I'll show you in a second. So number 2 makes that go up and down like so. Number 1 controls the gate right there, and number 3 folds it out. So we're just gonna unload it until we see a pile at the top, because once you start to see a pile, that means it could overflow, and then you spill grain, and then you're best friends with your shovel that's attached to that side of the grain cart over there. So I didn't open the gate all the way either because I don't know why I don't, but once I start to see a pile, I like to not have it going the same speed as when I was making the pile. There's a pile. Pull forward a little bit. I'm trying to get all of this in there, and there was only like 52,000 pounds, but last time I loaded a little on the light side. So there's a pile, pull forward. If you can see them. Those piles. There's a pile, ah! Okay, I'm getting way too close to the truck. So I'm gonna, that might not have been good. Because there's another pile. See, I wasn't going at it straight, so that causes a little bit of an issue. But we're gonna get it all in there. So that spout is slowing down and we're good to go. Adam rolls his tarp over that and I fold up my auger. Most of the time I do that when I'm driving away, but so that is okay. See how close I am to the truck right there? I did not pull forward square, so I forgot to watch that because I was holding the phone, and most of the time that doesn't happen. I stay pretty square with the tractor, the truck and the grain cart, because if you keep it even, then you don't have to mess with pulling that up and down, which is that lever. So it's a whole thing. I drive back to the combines. I push this lever down, which levels that out, so it puts it in a better position. And then I follow my tracks back out because that lessens compaction on the field, leaves less tracks in the field. So I'm gonna throttle up and get her whipped. So the combines are on the other side of that pivot. I'm gonna follow my tracks out there and we're good to go. This probably seems like there's a lot of gaps that I'm not covering, probably because my brain is busy, so, and I don't know all the correct terminologies, and I know that bugs some people, but that's just how I am. That we're dumping in that middle window right there. It's lined up pretty good, and my tires are lined up with the combine track from where the combine went through last time, so that's how I kind of know where to keep it. My problem is that when I keep looking back there, like, my hand tends to swerve a little bit, and then it, you know, when I turn my head, my arm swings the same way, so I tend to scoot closer, and they don't like when I do that, which is completely reasonable. So I'm learning, but we're all done, just pull away. And then I like to go, you know, I make a kind of a tighter loop and then I follow my tracks back. People ask me if I use auto steer, and sometimes I do, but by the time I like get under the combine and get all situated, this field, we're going at an angle because of the wind and everything. And it's so bumpy, but I do use auto steer sometimes, but honestly not a lot. So working on that GPS in my head, so you know. I'm driving in slow motion right now so I can show you this, but while I'm driving to the trucks that are over there, we're gonna push this lever. Oh wait, we're gonna pull it towards us. I always get that confused, and that's gonna pull that up. See? And then we set this one on a timer, so when we pull it like that, it clicks and then it does it by itself. So that is unfolding without me touching that. And it's very nice because we set that up before we left the yard so that we could do that, because, you know, it's not a lot to remember, but it's convenient when the auger is unfolding itself and you're like trying to get everything else situated. So that's what we do when we're going up to the truck. You got to make sure that the auger is all the way up, like, you know, at that angle, because if not, it can hit the stacks on the truck or hit the truck, and we really don't want to do that. So another thing I want to address in this video is how much things weigh. So 1 bushel of wheat, I think they call it 60 pounds. Here, I'll check on my computer. So they're calling it 60 pounds a bushel. And this cart can hold about 1,200, not 12,000 like I said last time. It can hold 1,200 bushels, so if you multiply 60 by like 1,200, that's how many pounds this cart can hold. So the combines dump into the cart, and it can hold, I think, like 3 or 4, like 4 combine dumps at like 70 to, I don't know. We normally dump in the trailer, and the trailer holds about 50 to 60,000 pounds because they're convertible trailers, so they're slanted, so they don't have as much room as just like a box trailer. I don't know if that's what they're called, but they have less holding capacity since we have to haul them on the road, and that's what we use to haul behind the combines. Don't feel bad if you don't understand what I'm saying, because I don't understand bushels either. It's just 60 pounds of grain. So if you think about a bushel, it's like a pound of feed. I mean, it's like a feed bag, you know, the 50-pound feed bags, but 60 pounds. That is 1 bushel of wheat. So right now, 1 bushel of wheat is high. I'm pretty sure it was like $11 wheat or something like that. Not too bad. So like record highs, which is gonna make a whole nother mess, but anyways. And I have a scale in my tractor. The scale is hooked up to that little box, that white box. That's the scale for the tractor, the cart. And that shows on my iPad that's in this top screen. I don't want to like show you because I don't know what information I can and can't share with you. I kind of do, but it doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's just that I know how much is in my grain cart. They get tickets at the scale that also tell them how much their truck's weighed. So sometimes when I want to verify that the scale is right, I'll ask them to send me a picture of their ticket and keep track of what the truck weighed on my scale. And then I can also see on my screen how full the combines are. So when they swing their augers out, I know how full-ish they are. And then it takes a couple dumps, and then you go to the truck, and then the truck leaves, and another truck comes back, and then the combines fill up again, and then I go dump the combines, and the truck waits, and then it's a whole process. So there's my tractor. We're at the back of it right now, and those are all the hydraulics. So I'm gonna get under this 3-point hitch right here and show you. They're a little dirty right now because such is life, but you can see there's a number right there, so that's the number 4. And then on these Outback wraps, we have 4B. So all the A's go in this side, and then all the B's go in this side. And that's how we know which way the lever in my tractor cab pushes. So when this one is switched with this one, if you push that hydraulic, it's gonna flip which direction that goes. So say that 2B and 2A are switched, and 2B and 2A are what makes the auger go like this. So if 2B, when you push the lever in, makes it go down, then if 2B was in 2A, then it'd switch that. So if you push 2B, it'd make it go up, if that makes sense. And then those lines are just all wrapped up nice. We put a bungee cord on them so they don't get stuck in the PTO. Because you know, if the hydraulic line spun in the PTO, I would probably want to quit my job, or I'd get fired. And this is some extra cords. So this is my camera cord, and then the ISO bus, and then I forgot what that one is. Like I said, not a professional. They get strapped up in here. That's what we transport them in during moving day. And then they all come out right here, so you can see all of them go up and around, but they don't have numbers back here, so And that is all I have for today, for a brief insight into what unloading and loading looks like. So I'm gonna go unload a combine right now, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your however much time is in between now and the next video. Remember, if you like this video, to like it, leave a comment, and subscribe so you get all of the harvest content. And then you can find me on all other platforms at Ag with Emma everywhere. If you follow my Instagram, you can keep up with my day-to-day stuff a lot more. I'm a lot more active on Instagram to show you guys kind of what's up current, like rapid, immediate. So thanks for watching, and as always, hasta la pasta.